President Trump tweeted Friday that Secretary of State Rex Tillerson is not leaving his post. Tillerson himself also weighed in, saying stories that he was being ousted by the White House were, quote, laughable. This comes as President Trump reportedly plans to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. The White House has not made a formal announcement. CBS News White House reporter Jackie Alemany joins me now from Washington. Jackie, the New York Times says the White House has sketched out a plan to replace Tillerson with CIA Director Mike Pompeo. President Trump insists Tillerson is not leaving. So what are you hearing?
So rumors of Tillerson's departure have been swirling around Washington for quite some time now, but CBS News confirmed yesterday that the White House has drafted and circulated a plan to replace Tillerson as Secretary of State as early as January, in hopes of replacing him with the current CIA Director, Mike Pompeo. Part of this plan is to then move Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas to head up the CIA. But as you just mentioned today, the president finally tweeted a day later, after having lunch with Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and General Mattis, that this was fake news, and that the media has been speculating that I fired Rex Tillerson or that he would be leaving soon. Again, fake news. Trump also tweeted that he's not leaving, and while we disagree on certain subjects, we work well together, and America is highly respected again. But staffers in this administration generally have a tendency of sort of floating these trial balloons so that they can lock the president in on a certain decision. And CBS News also confirmed that it was General John Kelly, Trump's chief of staff, who did sign off on this plan that has been circulated. CBS News also confirmed that we are looking at that the White House is also considering General Harwood to replace Pompeo at the CIA as well. But at the moment, Senator Tom Cotton is the favored candidate.
Let's go back a little bit to the relationship here, because a lot has been reported about how strained the relationship is between Tillerson and the president. Can you explain how we got to this point and how Tillerson is viewed by people in the administration?
It has been a strained relationship, and a strained relationship that has played out rather publicly. As one White House source put it to me yesterday, the die was cast a while back with the moron stories. This source is, of course, referring to the stories that came out at the end of October that the Secretary of State had called President Trump a moron after a national security meeting. The two have also had a number of policy differences. The Secretary of State is far more moderate on Iran, Russia, and North Korea, and the President Trump has come at the Secretary of State on Twitter, his favorite medium, very publicly rebuking some of those stances. So most recently, and potentially a breaking point, is the decision that CBS News has confirmed that Trump has made on moving the embassy in Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, something that Secretary Tillerson has been against, but has frustrated President Trump because obviously this was a campaign promise that he campaigned heavily on, and the president has not appreciated that resistance.
Right. All right. Now, turning now to another topic. President Trump is actively considering recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. First, can you tell us why that would be such a significant declaration for the U.S. president to make?
It would be a significant declaration simply because it'd be an unprecedented one. Trump would be the first president in the past few minutes since 1995, when a waiver was put into effect, to disregard the waiver to move the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. But what CBS News has confirmed, our Margaret Brennan, our State Department and White House correspondent, confirmed yesterday, was that Trump is splitting the baby here. He will recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, and will keep the embassy in Tel Aviv. So on Monday, he will. The deadline is on Monday to sign that waiver, which he will renew, and then the rollout will come on Wednesday, December 6th. But this is a potentially risky decision for the president. Security alerts were sent out after news that the president was actively considering moving the embassy to brace U.S. embassies in majority Muslim countries for possible violence. And this move also potentially stymies, the president's son-in-law's aim at Middle East peace here. as Jared Kushner, came into the president has largely praised his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who had high hopes of developing an American blueprint for a resolution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
All right, we'll see how this plays out. Jackie Alemany, thank you so much.
Thank you.